Hello, first grade. I hope you're doing really well. I hope you're staying healthy. I wanted to show you your first project at home today. So, your first project is going to be an owl drawing. You can see it right over here. And we're going to keep this simple, and you can use whatever you have at home. So, if you have markers, you can use those. You can use crayons. If you have paint, you can use paint. You're allowed to do that as well. And if you want to add like oil pastels or whatever you have, if you just have markers and a pencil, or if you only have a pencil, that's okay too. Before we start our project, we are going to read a book. So I like to do this in class, and I found a really good owl book that I wanted to share with you, and it is called Owl Babies. Here is the beginning. Once there were three baby owls, Sarah and Percy and Bill. They lived in a hole in the trunk of a tree with their owl mother. The hole had twigs and leaves and owl feathers in it. It was their house. Turn the page. One night they woke up and their owl mother was gone. Where's Mommy? Asked Sarah. Oh my goodness, said Percy. I want my mommy, said Bill. The baby owls thought. All owls think a lot. I think she's gone hunting, said Sarah. To get us our food, said Percy. I want my mommy, said Bill. But their owl mother didn't come. The baby owls came out of their house and they sat on the tree and waited. A big branch for Sarah, a small branch for Percy, and an old piece of ivy for Bill. She'll be back, said Sarah. Back soon, said Percy. I want my mommy, said Bill. It was dark in the woods and they had to be brave, for things moved all around them. She'll bring us mice and things that are nice, said Sarah. I suppose so, said Percy. I want my mommy, said Bill. Suppose she got lost, said Sarah, or a fox got her, said Percy. I want my mommy, said Bill, and the baby owls closed their owl eyes and wished their owl mother would come. Soft and silent, she swooped through the trees to Sarah and Percy and Bill. Mommy, they cried, and they flapped and they danced, and they bounced up and down on their branch. What's all the fuss? The owl mother asked. You knew I would come back. The baby owls thought. All owls think a lot. I knew it, said Sarah. And I knew it, said Percy. I love my mommy, said Bill. Yay, that's the end. I love the owl baby story. So now we're going to get into drawing the owl. So if you want to pause the video for a minute and get a piece of paper and something to draw with, then we'll get started. Okay, I've got my white paper and I've got a marker and I'm ready to go. So up here in the corner, you can see the owl example. If you want to look off of that, or you can follow along and you can pause whenever you need to. So I am going to start my owl kind of close to the bottom of the page. I want to leave a little bit of space, and I'm going to make a big U, the letter U. I'm going to start down here at the bottom. I want to make it in the middle as best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just going to put a little dot, and then I am going to do a big U. So I want to make, let's see, I'm going to give myself a couple little dots here. I'm going to put a dot up here. And I'm going to put another dot up here. So this is going to help me make my U. So I'm going to make one side. And boys and girls, if you would like to use a pencil so you can erase, then that's a good idea. I am using a Sharpie so that you can see it better. Okay, so there's my U. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Mine's a little wiggly, but that's okay because we are going to add lots of fun details to this. So I'm just going to add to that. So then what you need to do is you need to connect the top, connect those two dots up there at the top. So you want to take your marker and go across, take your time. Okay. And again, mine's a little bit wiggly. I didn't use a pencil, so that's okay. I need to make my two owl ears. So I'm just going to make one line and another line. So there's one, and here is another one. Here we go. And then my owl needs two eyes. So I'm going to put one eye here. And if you want to look at circle shapes in your house. You can trace some circles. Mine are a little bit off, but that's okay. For the nose, it's an upside down triangle, but we should probably finish the eyes first, right? So for the eyes, let's go ahead and do a circle and then another circle on the inside. And we're going to make one more tiny little circle for the little white dot on the eyes, okay? After that, we want to put an upside down triangle in the middle for the nose. Here we go. Starting to look like something here. And then you need to take your marker and we're going to, or your pencil or whatever you have, and we are going to make wings. So my wings are just going to be curved lines on the sides. So there's one. And then my other wing is going to go. We want to try to make it symmetrical if we can. That means same on both sides. But if you can't, that's okay. No big deal. I'm going to add some detail to my wings, and I'm going to do that by making some curved lines. Now, if you want to make your wings look a little different and make little feathers, that's okay too. Okay? I'll fix that part right up. So now I need to do the middle part, which looks like this. It's just, so you start at the nose and you do a line that's curved over to the wing. And then you go to the other side of the nose and do another line that's curved over to the wing. Okay, just the best that you can. Then you want to make what looks like little feathers. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to make my owl fluffy. So all this is, boys and girls, this is just a bunch of curved lines that kind of look like, makes it look like your owl has feathers on their belly. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So he's kind of fluffy now. You can pause this anytime you need to, okay? This doesn't have to keep going. If you need a minute, if you need to erase or you need to start over, remember you can always flip it over and use the back, okay? Don't waste paper. So now on my owl, on the face, I'm going to make what kind of looks like a bunch of little V's. And these are just adding some texture. So texture is creating the appearance of feathers. Texture makes something look like it's rough or smooth or bumpy. That's texture, okay? Now, I have a pretty good outline here. He's looking pretty good, but he needs a few things, right? I'm missing feet. So I am going to make little owl feet by starting at the body, curving down, and then I'm just going to go up, down, up, down. That's it. And then I'm going to curve back up. There's one. And boys and girls, your feet are allowed to look different than my feet. They don't all have to look the same. That's the great thing about art, is it doesn't all have to look the same. So awesome. There's another foot. And then under those feet, you need to put a little line to connect them because that's going to be the branch. He needs somewhere to stand, right? So we are going to make that line go all the way over, and we can make it bumpy, right? Because branches are not perfectly straight. And then we're going to make another line over top of that for the branch. And now we have to do the same on the other side, right? It's symmetrical, same on both sides. So we need to do another line over here. Remember, I'm going to add color to this. So if I made any little mistakes, no big deal. If you don't have color or you don't have anything to color this with at your house, no big deal. You can turn in an owl drawing to me, and that is totally fine. Whatever you have is wonderful. You can even just use a pen or a pencil, and I'm okay with that. We're going to be flexible, and we're going to make this work. But if you have paint or crayons or markers, go for it. Be creative. So I added a few little leaves while we were talking. I'm also going to add, let's see, we need to do the sky. So I'm going to add a moon. And boys and girls, you can make your moon any way you want. I'm going to make some stars. I'm going to do those mine like this. There we go. Oh, that's a little off, but that's okay. I'm going to make some stars over here. I'm going to put, let's see what else. I'm going to put some stars over here. And you can put these wherever you want. Now, I might go back and like outline my eyes a little bit more, make them look a little bit darker, but that's about it. So this is how you're going to draw your owl. And if this is all you get done, that's okay. If you have color, please add color. So my next video is going to be how to add color to your owl drawing. I'll see you soon.